This is the one where it all changed. The pipe bomb. Have you ever watched it? You know what it is? Well, if you don't, let me tell you, because it is one of the greatest moments in pro wrestling history. Raw came back from commercial, and CM Punk was sitting on the stage holding the WWE Championship. Here's what happened next. Punk started talking to the crowd. He said that he had just defeated John Cena, which was true, but that wasn't why he was out there. You see, while the pipe bomb was very well scripted, there was some truth to what Punk was saying. He really was frustrated with WWE Creative. There really was a disconnect between him and the writers. The little guy that was tired of being pushed down finally got his moment in the sun. If so, what was it like? What's your favorite part? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out my others for all the latest news and reviews. Subscribe and come back soon. This was the David and Goliath story that fans love. The pipe bomb turned CM Punk into a megastar. It's one of the reasons why he's still famous today. And it's one of the reasons why his name is still chanted in arenas around the world. It also cemented his legacy in WWE. It made him a top 10 heel of all time. It's one of the reasons why he's still so popular today. They couldn't figure out what to do with him. And there was nothing Punk hated more than being wasted. Take the Money in the Bank ladder match in 2011, for example. Punk was one of the favorites to win, but he ended up getting eliminated by The Miz, who went on to cash in his briefcase and win the WWE title. Punk was furious. He felt like he'd been jobbed out. A few weeks later, he confronted John Cena about it. I put my body on the line every night, but the fans don't care. They'd boo me. They don't understand I'm the heel. They don't understand I'm supposed to be hated. They hate John Cena because he's a good guy. So why should I put my body on the line? If they re-gone? Nah, act like this. Punk would say to Cena. Cena told him the fans did care, but they cared more about the fact that he kept coming out and saying the same things over and over again. You gotta do something different, bro. Punk would listen to what Cena said, then go behind his back and tell the writers, you gotta do what I say. When they wouldn't, he took matters into his own hands. The pipe bomb was born. What was it then? Well, he explained how he got into the business. It led to the greatest year of his career. Here's what happened the night after the pipe bomb on Raw. CM Punk was scheduled to face John Cena in a rematch for the WWE title. Only this time it was a Chicago street fight. The original plan was for Punk to retain the title, but due to the reaction the night before, WWE officials decided to change things. At the last minute, they made it a no disqualification match. And instead of retaining the title, Punk ended up losing it to Cena. It was controversial to say the least. Fans felt Punk had been robbed. They felt like he deserved to win, not Cena. The next night on SmackDown, Punk got a rematch. This time under the stipulation that if he lost, he'd be banned from WWE for 6 months. After an incredible match, Punk tapped out to the cross-colored chicken wing face lock. But before he could leave the coup of WWE, Triple H came out and announced that, since Punk had brought legitimacy to the WWE Championship, he was going to give Punk a third shot at the title. Except this time it would be at the next pay-per-view, Money in the Bank. Fans went wild, they couldn't believe it. Punk was getting another shot. And when he came out and accepted the challenge, they gave him a standing ovation. Punk would end up winning the match and would go on to have the greatest year of his career. How he trained at age 14 and by age 16 was on the road. How his whole life has been wrestling. He talked about sacrificing his body, the pain he goes through on a nightly basis. And he said no one cared. He talked about getting booed and the crowd not understanding his heel character. But then something interesting happened. It was June 27, 2011, at the Allstate Arena in Chicago, Illinois. He dropped the mic, picked up a fan sign that said "Best in the World," threw it down, grabbed another one that said "Thank you, Rusev," and then threw that down too. Let's look at 3 reasons why the pipe bomb was such a big deal, starting with no. 3. CM Punk sat on the stage. Now this may seem like a little detail, but it's actually a big deal. See, in pro wrestling, there are certain things you do and don't do. One thing you don't do is sit down on the stage. In fact, you rarely see anyone sit down on the stage, unless it's the host of WrestleMania or the head of the company. Why? Because it implies that the show is over. It's final. You don't want to sit down on the stage because that could ruin the illusion. It could make the audience think the event is over before it really is. Not only that, but it blurs the line between the character and the person. It makes it seem like it's not a character talking. It's the actual person. They're breaking the fourth wall and talking directly to the audience. You don't want to do that either. Well, at least you don't normally. Punk did it in the pipe bomb, and it worked out for him. That's when things got crazy. He took off his shirt to reveal a pipe bomb t-shirt. The crowd went wild. He started calling out names of other wrestlers like Zack Ryder, Daniel Bryan, and even John Cena, who was watching from backstage. He said they were all the same. They were all a part of the system. He said they were all going to lose eventually. Pipe bomb continued. He insulted Vince McMahon and Triple H. He insulted the entire WWE creative team. Said they didn't know what they were doing. And then he dropped arguably one of the most famous lines in pro wrestling history. If you don't like what I'm saying, you can get the hell out. I'm not here to entertain you. I'm here to tell you what's real. The pipe bomb then ended with Punk walking away with the WWE title. You might be wondering what all the fuss is about. So great about this promo. Well, let's break it down. No. 2. CM Punk aired his real-life frustrations. And finally, number 1, CM Punk became a megastar. The pipe bomb changed everything. It made CM Punk a megastar. In the end, it was the perfect feel-good story. But what do you think? Did you watch the pipe bomb live?